Long time. I understand. Welcome to Free Game. Listen, I am very tired of doing it by myself, so I had to call on some help. A lot of people answered. A lot of people didn't show up, but my boy Boobie here is going to be the next co-host. So, Boobie, thank you for joining Free Game.
Hey, man, I just appreciate being here. This is an opportunity, so I definitely I've thought about doing a podcasting for a while, so I'm just glad to be here and be with my boy.
Feel me? But I do got to pat myself on the back here for a second because I was right. I was right on the... So, it was 11 months ago, right after the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the 49ers, I predicted that the Chiefs and the Eagles would be in this Super Bowl. I'm going to give my way too early Super Bowl predictions for next year. Out of the AFC, I'm going to go the Chiefs. And then out of the NFC, I want to say the Eagles. I'll go Chiefs-Eagles rematch for next year. That is going to be my way too early Super Bowl prediction for next year. And lo and behold. So now we have the Chiefs beating the Bills in the AFC Championship and the Eagles dog walking. Absolutely dog walking.
Man, they did them dirty.
The Washington Commanders. So, what was your take on, first of all, what NFL fan are you?
I'm a Steelers fan.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of crazy with me because I'm from Kansas City. So a lot of people expect me to be a Chiefs fan, but my whole life I've been a Steelers fan, man. I just love Jerome Bettis. I love the defense. I just loved just what they brought to the table. So
Right.
I just always just love the Steelers. You know, that was my thing. I'm a Mizzou fan for college. So I get a lot of people be like, "You from Kansas City, but you a Steelers fan?" But I'm like, "Hey, I've been that way since I was a kid." So
I like that. Oh, since you're a Steelers fan, what do you think about Mike Tomlin?
I think he a Hall of Fame coach. I think he a great coach. He done did a lot of great things with the Steelers, but I do think like there could be potential time in the future that, you know, we might have to start going in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of the things that he used to do ain't clicking like he used to. You know,
Right.
So we might have to move in a different direction, and that's all right. That's a part of the game. You know, you got to grow sometimes.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's hard because, especially during this season, he's a winning coach, right?
Yeah.
But goddamn, no playoff wins in 8 years?
Yeah, man. Like it's just like, and it's unheard of for the Steelers because we one of them teams that you don't want to play us in the playoffs. You know what I mean? We one of them teams that it's like we could be having a not so great season, but we still get to that playoffs, and it's like, all right, we don't want to go. We don't want to see that black and yellow.
No.
But we done had a lot of years where we wasn't supposed to be where we was gonna be, and we ended up taking it.
So what do you think about the Chiefs and the Bills game? Are you one of them people that think it was the refs?
I mean, man, like I don't think it was the refs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just think that when it came to the game, there was calls on both sides that could have been called that didn't get called. Mm-hmm. So it was just like I just don't think we can use that as a reasoning because it's just like this is like repeated with the Bills. It's like a curse with the Bills. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally like a curse with the Bills. Like they could never finish.
Nope. 4-0. Pat Mahomes is 4-0 against Josh Allen.
I mean,
in the playoffs.
It's so sad. I feel bad for him because I know every time he loses to them, I know that's all he think about. Like, I know he go home, he's like, man, I keep losing to this dude because there's no worse feeling as a competitor to never be able to beat. Like, that's like his enemy in the league, you know? Like, every great player, they got they narcissists, you know? There was the DiJon, you know, the Jerry. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just like, I know that he's just feeling that, like, man, because as a Steelers fan, I'm like, man, I would like to see somebody else potentially win. Like, but it's like I can't even be mad at Pat and them. Go do your thing. That man getting $500 million.
A lot of money.
He got to produce, so I can't be mad at him. Go do what you do, man.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad that you said the $500 million thing, but he is the 12th highest paid quarterback in 2024, season wise.
Oh man,
and he deserves way more. Like, he should be a $65 million quarterback a season.
Yeah.
But the reason is he takes pay cuts.
Yeah.
So you can draft an Xavier Worthy. So you can re-sign Travis Kelce. So you can get a DeAndre Hopkins.
Bro, and all of those pieces fit the puzzle at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people discredit the Chiefs for the way that they win, but a lot of people don't understand. It's like the job is, at the end of the day, is to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It don't matter if we win by 3 points or you win by 25 points. Like, the job at the end of the day is to win.
Right.
So that's something that Pat has just mastered, is figuring out a way to win. Like, I mean, the man was getting sacked and still threw the touchdown pass.
Right.
You know, like, that's just Hall of Fame quarterback play.
Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, were there bad calls?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But here's a crazy thing about it is, like, I personally think, okay, every single dynasty in every sport, you can go down the list. The MJ Bulls, the Patriots, and we know what they did. The deflate gate, and every time an opponent team goes to Gillette, their headsets, obviously, they just stop working. So every dynasty gets a favorable whistle. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Mm-hmm. If you want to beat the Chiefs, you have to beat them. Mm-hmm. If it's a close game, you have 15 who, time and time again, proves that he is one of the most clutchest quarterbacks in the world. I think everybody needs to not blame every win on the refs, but credit it to good coaching. Because the thing is like, every other team besides the Chiefs, if you had the least amount of penalties, you were a disciplined team. You're a well-coached team. Yeah. Like, were there the bad calls, like the pass to Xavier Worthy was an interception? I don't know. I mean, it could have went either way. Was the fourth and one tush push? Did he cross the line? I don't know. I don't know. But 3rd and 9, when they needed a first down, Patrick Mahomes delivered a first down to seal the game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I
just feel like with the Chiefs, you have to play 4 quarters.
Yep.
I think a lot of teams play the Chiefs and they be doing so good, they playing so well, and then it's just like it's that one play. Mm-hmm. But that's where that greatness comes in with Pat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he know how to respond to adversity.
Yeah.
Okay, we down right now, but we gonna keep playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep playing. We gonna keep throwing. We gonna keep running our offense. We gonna keep taking those chances. You know what I mean? He always believing in his players. You know what I mean? Like, Pat is our new Tom Brady, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he taking guys that other teams passed over. You know what I mean? Yeah. He taking them and making them into something.
Yeah, and it's special.
It is. Like, you know, his like are almost identical. You know what I mean? Like, him, Travis, the same thing with Tom and what he had at the Patriots.
Right.
So it's just like, man, like they got so much. Like, I don't think that they done.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what I mean? I don't think the Chiefs are done no time soon. Mm-mm. I think that Pat might really, you know what I mean? He might really take the throne and win more Super Bowls in his career than Tom Brady. If he win this year, it's already like he already he might be top 3 at, like, you know what I mean, when it come to quarterback play if he win this year.
Oh, that's for I
Like, you know,
think he'll be number 2.
I mean, it's just it's crazy to say that, but and he's still early in his career.
He's not even 30 yet.
That's the scary part.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he comfortable playing in these big games because he done been in them his entire career. Crazy. So it's just like, shoot.
It would be 4 Super Bowls in what, 7 years?
And man, that's crazy talk. These guys out here can't get 1 Super Bowl. We got Hall of Famers that don't got Super Bowls.
Right.
And we talking about this man getting a 3-peat.
3-peat. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy talk. When it comes to sports, like, and like, not only have the Chiefs really marketed for everyone, they have like taken the stage. You know, we got Taylor Swift running around town.
How you feel about that?
Man, I'm not a huge fan. I had somebody say that they felt that Taylor Swift was bigger, more of an icon of Rihanna and Beyonce. That kind of turned my stomach.
Absolutely not.
Like, I just was like, I can't believe I'm hearing this right now.
Had to be a white person, right?
No, man. Like, I was just like, what is this woman talking about? But, you know what I'm saying? But they was talking about in the city just how much money they done brought. Mm-hmm. They got a whole clothing line, jacket lines coming out behind this woman.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy what's going on back home. You know, it's crazy to see in my city. You know, we used to catch the metro for, you know, the Kansas City folks. We used to catch the metro, man, and really go to the games for little to nothing, because, you know, back then we was 8-4, you know, type of season, 8-7, you know. But, you know, we had Priest Mahomes and we had, you know, Dante Hall. Those games were fun, but we weren't like Super Bowl contenders. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, you know, we definitely had, like, you know, excitement and fun in the games, but it's just nothing like to see now. You know, when you go back home, when I go back home, like, it's just nothing to see. It's just crazy to see. Like, it's just crazy to see how things have changed so much. Right. Through, you know, the Super Bowls. And they even talking about, Pat is part honoring the Royals as well. Yeah, so it's like, man, he got so much contributed to Kansas City. It's just it's crazy.
Yeah, good for him, man.
And with Taylor Swift, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never really listened to a whole lot of her music. Me neither. Except for like the radio, but they say she a billionaire. So
no, don't fact check me on this. I think her last tour did like 10 billion.
See, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. You know what I mean? See, you can't, and I'm not no hater type of dude. Like, I don't listen to her music like that, but if she doing 10 million.
I didn't say M. I said B.
Billion. Like, excuse me, 10 billion. You gotta,
don't fact check me on that, because I don't. It might be 10 billion or 1 billion, but it is a B.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, moving.
So you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing.
Oh yeah.
And I seen one of the games where she had Caitlin Clark on there. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's another, you know, that's a whole nother marketing scheme going on with her. You know, shout out to what she got going on. Like, I definitely never can hate on the girl, because honestly, like, I don't really think that she's really did anything wrong. I think they just kind of blown the whole rival thing. It was fun to see in college. Right. But I think they just kind of blowing it out of proportion right now. They trying to turn it into a whole race thing, and I don't think it needs to be any of that. Nope. We got enough going on in the economy and enough going on in the world than to bring a bunch of racial issues into the women's basketball.
That doesn't need it.
And it's taken away from the sport. Yeah. Because it's already a sport that's like, those women are not compensated at all. But I understand how it goes, though, with the, you know, nobody's really attending games.
Yeah. With Caitlin Clark coming into the league, they've made more money than they have ever made in history.
Yeah, that's facts.
Every time she goes to an away building, that place packs out. Matter of fact, they got to move arenas.
Because she's packing shit out. Like, you can't. Yeah, it's nothing but love on that part, man. Because women's there's a lot of great women's high school hoopers. I went to high school at Blue Springs High back home, and man, we had a lot of good girl basketball players. So, you know what I'm saying, I got to see firsthand good girl athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so it's just like, damn, like, I wish they was, you know what I'm saying, getting those big money. But I understand how I go. The NBA, them boys is bringing in the sales. They bringing in.
Yep.
The women's not so hot. So the Caitlyn thing really boosted it. The Reese girl, like, I think she a hooper, but I just think she too caught up in the
outside.
Yes, the social media. She too caught up in the celebrity life.
Yeah, for sure. And the comparison between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, I'm sorry, it is not even close.
Yeah.
She is a very good rebounder, but
Caitlin is a bucket getter.
Caitlin will give her buckets any day.
Caitlin is a bucket getter. Like,
without
there's no
question.
There's no other question about it. The girl will give you 30 if you sleeping. She'll
Yeah.
give you 40, really.
Yeah, sober.
She is a bucket getter. So it's just like, I'll never hate on nobody out there doing what they supposed to be doing, white or black.
Facts.
So, but I mean, I feel like with sports in general, bro, we going in the right direction though.
Oh yeah.
The talent level in high school is getting insane.
Yeah.
These boys is already NBA level
Yep.
in high school, and we're seeing more and more of it. The social media has allowed us to be able to see more and more of these boys, put more of these boys on the screen, give more of these boys an opportunity to get scholarships. The NIL is, oh man, it done took it to another level. When you got guys that's really saying they'd rather stay in the college one more year instead of going into the league.
I gotta gripe with the NIL. Here's my gripe. There should be an age limit for one. You can't be, because I think there's like a 36-year-old kicker.
Oh yes. Yes, I think I did see something like
Big
that.
dog.
Hey, still out there booting it.
Big, I don't know if he's 36 or like 31.
I thought he was 30. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought he was a little bit earlier in his early 30s.
Early 30s, you should not be in college.
Man, you should definitely not. But I mean, if you are, there's a lot of people who do online college. But
But to play,
yeah, that's crazy work. that's like semi-pro type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see those older guys out there smoking cigarettes before they playing, and they go out there and play. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, bro, you two, I couldn't imagine trying to play college ball right now.
oh my God, no. And I'm 27.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't think about
I
going
couldn't
back.
even, like, right now, like, not saying that, like, my body, like, I don't have, it's just like, the recovery will be just so different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you younger, you a little bit more lean on things. You know what I'm saying? You got more responsibility right now. You can't be out missing 3 weeks at home on the couch because you know what I mean?
And I got another baby on the way, so I can't.
You can't. Yeah, you can't be doing that as a grown man. We got to get to this cash
Now,
So
I will say this. I'm not going to say his name, but I did have a older teammate that did have kids that is probably my age now when I was in college at York, and we even looked at him funny. But now it's kind of like the norm where you're getting paid. I mean, what would let's just say like the NIL level, the NAIA level would be like the NIL version of like what, $5,000, $10,000?
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, that would be, bro.
Could you imagine if you were playing at Peru and you got what, $10,000?
Man, I'm telling you, $10,000, man. We was living off of a semester of a refund check.
Yep.
So like the matter of like people was really living off of refund checks for a whole semester, talking about $2,100 for 4 or 5 months.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was facts. So it's just like the fact that these guys are getting millions. Like these boys is buying houses, getting cars, all type of stuff. We ain't talking about no beaters. We talking about brand new cars off the lot.
Yeah. How do you think this affects the college game?
I think it just makes it more now of a business.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know what I'm saying? It's a full-fledged, it's like miniature league. These boys is getting 100% prepared for the league because they're going through pretty much all of it right now. Yeah. Sure, they getting them endorsement deals. I'm pretty sure they probably talking to them boys about endorsement deals when they doing recruitment visits.
Yeah, depending on your agent.
Yeah,
and we know for a fact that there are some sneaky little agents out there, dog.
Them boys is telling them, like, you know, you can just hear the conversations, picture how they sound. Like, hey, y'all come come to my school, we get you NAI deal no less than $2 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking numbers in that household. Mama looking like $2 million.
You better take that. You better take that.
You know what I mean? Like, you got another schools calling these boys that's transferring. They talking about them boys getting big money. I was seeing the quarterback that transferred from Georgia,
Carson Beck.
Yes, I was just like, I was reading that at work, and I was like, man, this man really transferred, and they gave him that.
Yep.
Wow. You know what I mean? Like, they got that much pull.
Left Georgia.
Yes.
To go to Miami, ACC, to, you know, probably go to a lesser conference to boost up your draft stock because you can do that now. But the later rule was, if you remember, if you transferred, you had to sit out a year.
Yes. And they,
Now you got people like, remember that UNLV quarterback?
Yeah.
From this year, went like 3-0, 4-0, and transferred because he didn't get what he was promised.
It's just like, you know, like I don't respect that type of stuff, especially as a college athlete, somebody who played college ball.
Yep.
Like, I just don't respect that, like, always transferring, because I transferred in college, I do, but like, I just didn't respect the fact that guys was transferring because of petty things.
Yeah.
Like, you might be transferring because, like, the scholarship might not be big enough for somebody else giving you more money. I can understand things like that because college is expensive.
Very.
But I don't understand these guys who are literally getting everything, you know what I mean, and just dipping on the school just because, you know, just because somebody over here. It's like, bro, you getting paid where you at.
Yep.
You getting paid where you at, and if you keep doing good where you at, you finna get a big contract when you get to the league.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, I just felt like I was more loyal to, you know, especially when I got to Peru, I was just more loyal.
Yep.
Some of these guys, I'm just like, dang, bro, y'all leave on the drop of the hat. Like, the Gatorade's too warm. Y'all transferring on these fools.
The Gatorade's too warm. But you know? I do agree with you because I was a transfer as well, actually. Think about it. Went to Mid-Plains as a manager. Didn't get a scholarship for whatever reason, and I just used that to work and to learn the game on a coaching side, but also work out. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Vic, shout out to Tay, because those are like the 3 best players on that team. And even though I was a manager, they're like my best friends, like my brothers. So we would work out, and I would bust the walk-on's ass every time. He's never beat me one-on-one. And so I transferred to York, and the coach at Mid-Plains, shout out OC, I love you. He's like a father figure to me. But you didn't give me the opportunity. So I went to somewhere that did, York.
Yeah.
And shout out to Coach Deal, shout out to Coach Slaughter, shout out to Coach Burks, who just stepped down. Great career, great head coaching career. You guys have been a blessing for me to live my dream, but loyalty is a big thing. Like, I left on a 1.5 years because I just didn't love it no more. I went. My dream was to play college basketball. I did. There was nothing else left for me to do.
Yeah, and that's all it is, man. As long as you happy where you left off in the game.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel, like, about the game. Like, you know, I walked away in the game my senior year getting hurt, having a knee injury, tearing my meniscus, like, and being out for a few games. It just kind of gave me, like, okay, like, you know, after playing football, I had some opportunities to go, you know, play in Australia.
Right.
You know, I had an opportunity to be able to go play in the Germany league. And so, like, those opportunities, I was like, man, you know, like, my mom told me, she like, but son, you got to start thinking at this point in your life, like, what is outside of football? You know what I mean? Because, you know, growing up, that's all I thought about. Like, man, this is the only way I'm going to get somewhere. Like, I don't like school, like, and I got to do it. So it's like, I got to figure out, you know what I'm saying? But I love football, so it just made school simple to pass classes because I got to pass to play.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was my whole thing. So once I got hurt my senior year, I was like, man, I got to start thinking about outside of football. Like, what's my identity outside of it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of athletes, that's a thing that we all lose. We get so caught up in trying to make it to the league, we don't know what we want to, who we are outside of the sport.
Yeah, and it's another thing is just like we don't get guidance of outside of the sport.
But as I got older, I was like, well, shoot, the coaches, this their job. This how they feed their family. So they only thing they really worried about is producing.
Yep.
So it gets ugly.
Very.
It gets ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine at the big universities, all the stuff that go on behind the scenes that never get talked about. The conversations, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
but honestly, I think college football, especially the playoffs, I liked more than I thought I would. I still think 12 is a lot of teams. I still think we should have maybe started with 8 first and then go to 12. But now we're going to go from 12 to 14?
Yeah.
After next year. So I don't know how they're going to.
I heard them talk about 16.
That's crazy.
As well. So
that's crazy.
I think that, like, I think that it's good to see the smaller programs get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But the only thing that, like, gets me with when it comes to the playoff system, it's like the first round, like as you seen this year, it was kind of boring.
Very. And
that's the only thing that sucks.
The teams that got a bye, they all lost.
Yes. So it was just like, I even shout out to Arizona State though, because bro was toting that. He was toting that pill.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Besides that though, like, it was just like boring. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody expected any of those teams to win.
And that's the problem with the playoffs that has been happening.
It is. And I do think that, like, it might benefit them to maybe go back to the 8.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more exciting. And I think sometimes, like, we don't want to drag college football too long.
No.
We don't want college football shouldn't be as long as the NFL.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying? It's close.
Very.
We start adding in 16 teams, and we start getting it to that point. We got a whole March Madness.
64
you know
college football
like,
teams.
You know what I'm saying? We start keep adding on teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what part of the natty, best of the best. We want to see the best of the best competing for this.
And I think another thing is the committee needs to, reseed like the NFL does. That's a big thing. Because if you're not going to do it, you're going to have everybody throwing conference games to either get the 5th seed or like the 6th seed for like a home game, because the 5th seed will play the 12th.
Yeah.
So it's an easier road. Like Penn State had the easier road, but yet still you give Oregon their first game's Ohio State.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like that was crazy.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie, like everybody wanted that game.
Oh, for sure.
Like I wanted that game. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted that game because I knew Ohio State came out there with a vengeance.
Oh boy, they built to ass.
Hey, I know them boys all week was gritting their teeth to play that game.
Yeah, I want that too, but put Oregon and Ohio State against easier teams
first,
and then and then let them go because that's one thing. What was the second thing I was gonna say? I was gonna say something besides the reseeding. Oh, the reason why they're probably gonna add more teams is because they listen to the fans too much.
Yeah.
I'm a Bama fan, right? I've been a Bama fan all my life. My cousin played at Alabama, Antonio McDyess, so I am not a bandwagon. Suck it, Husker fans. I don't give a fuck about y'all. But
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I hear a Nebraska fan, especially out in Nebraska, a Nebraska person talking about Alabama, I'll be like, that's the first thing everybody gonna think.
Yeah.
Because I got a buddy who he's an Alabama fan. I'm like, how you in Nebraska with you Alabama fan?
I know.
So that's good you clarified that.
I got to. I have to because every time I just got to clarify it. But I know who I am. I know my body. Shit. But Alabama didn't deserve to go.
Yeah.
We really didn't deserve to go.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, like, the season they had, I think sometimes Alabama get a little extra push just because they are Alabama. Yeah. But one thing I will always give Alabama they respect, though, is they do play a schedule.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, why the SEC is what it is. Like, the SEC is one of them divisions to where every week when you get into conference play, you can be playing a ranked team almost every single week.
Every single week.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be 19, they might be 22, but this a ranked team every single conference game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes the SEC the SEC, and it's every year. It's no hit or miss with them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Every year. Like, they probably led it this year, probably with the most, you know what I'm saying, ranked teams.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
every preseason, they're gonna have like 5 out of 6 out of 10.
Always
SEC, yeah.
They always got a lot of ranked teams. You know what I mean? You got great teams in the SEC outside of Alabama. You got LSU,
Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Texas,
Tennessee.
A&M,
You know,
Florida.
Texas add a whole nother flavor to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just never know who out of SEC is going to be that year. There's been years where we thought LSU was unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Tennessee ain't playing.
No.
Tennessee giving people a run for their money.
Yeah. Big
You
time.
know, Ole Miss is always going to be Ole Miss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that red and blue.
Even Missouri.
Always Missouri, always. And like, the thing about Missouri is, like, we are always so close.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Missouri is we are always so close. We're always one of those teams that's going to be left out because it's Missouri in the SEC. So people going to always underestimate us. But we always produce, you know what I'm saying? Always got a great quarterback. We always got great D-line play. So it's just like when we get all those pieces to put together, I think sometimes we be out of place with our scheme play. But I think, like, when we get those things in order, like, I think Mizzou gonna be one of them teams that's gonna be really talking about winning conference play.
Oh, for sure.
So,
and that's the benefit of going to the SEC.
Yes, that is the benefit, because if you win the SEC, man, you can win it all.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
Yeah,
if you win the SEC, you can win it all. The Big Ten, definitely shout out to the Big Ten.
Yeah, no question.
No question about shout out to the Big Ten, because they got some dogs over there in the Big Ten as well.
Yeah,
but you know, once you get outside of probably the top 3 teams, you know what I'm saying, I'm probably gonna pick the SEC to win them.
Facts.
That's just what it is. You know, once you get out of Ohio State, Oregon, you know, you can maybe throw Penn State in there.
Indiana.
Indiana, they just got popping.
Yeah.
You know, the Illinois.
Illinois had a solid season.
They had a solid season. So they had a really good, strong season, but it's like we're going to see next year, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, with Nebraska, I don't really. I think this is what I'm going to say about Nebraska, because we are in Nebraska.
Unfortunately.
So, you know, this is where we at.
I love it.
I will speak on Nebraska. They will probably always be, as far as Matt Riley, Dylan, Rolla area, I feel like they will always be like a 8-4, a 9-3 best type of team. I could see them, like, his junior year potentially pushing for 9 wins.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? His junior year, I could see them pushing for 9 wins. Next year, I say if they get 7 or 8, they had a solid season. But I just don't see them ever being able to beat Ohio State or Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Or Penn State. I just don't see them getting it done. I just don't.
They are, under Matt Rule's tenure, 1-10 with games decided by 8 or fewer. So,
and they lose close games.
So if you're an opposing team, you look at that stat. If you keep it within a touchdown, there's a 90% chance that you're going to win the game. Man, that's been the problem. Even when Scott Frost was here, that's been the problem.
Like, it's so many games that I have watched. You know what I'm saying? Me and my girl has watched, and I'm just looking like, how y'all lost? Yeah, we watched y'all the whole game. Defense coming out here, stop after stop. Yeah, and it's like one play. It's always just one play. One play, they slip up. But you know what I'm saying? My coaches always tell us, like, football is a game of inches. Yeah. One play, one little thing like that in football could change everything. You know what I mean? You could be playing great football and still lose a game. Yeah. So I think Nebraska falls under that a lot.
Yeah, me too. But I've been a fan of Raiola. Like, I like his play style. I don't like the Mahomes copying. Like, be who you are, first of all. But for a freshman, he's talented. He's got a lot of skills.
Yeah.
And if, they can work that magic in the portal, get some good recruits, get them some weapons, get them a nice line.
Man, they need playmakers.
Yeah.
They need guys, you know what I'm saying? They need guys. It's like 3rd and 10. Who we looking for?
You can't really go to anybody.
Like, that's their problem. They don't have enough playmakers.
Yeah.
You need somebody who gonna go make a play.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy on 3rd and 10? Who we looking for? Who's our Jeremiah?
God, that guy's so good, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
He's a different type of animal.
If you got $4 million,
he's a different type of animal. But you see what I'm saying? But that's the thing about when you have a playmaker.
Yeah.
Because now as a defense, when we playing Ohio State, we got a scheme on 4. We gotta find where he's at.
double him.
They're double teaming him in the natty.
Yeah. You gotta put 2 bodies.
You can't have him. You see what I'm saying? That's what Nebraska lacks. They have, like, where's their guy at? Who's going to be that guy that Dylan can step back and say, okay, I need to put the ball in somebody's hand?
Now, let me ask you this, because you play football. Let's say you are a 5-star playmaker, right? Why would you come to Nebraska?
I think my biggest thing I would come to Nebraska is, for one, you're going to get treated like a celebrity.
True.
And for 2, if you come to Nebraska, you can have potential to start as a freshman.
Yeah, that's some good points.
Those are the main 2 things that I would be looking at. For 3, like, you have a less risk of getting in trouble because it's not as flashy.
No.
As it would be
facilities.
Great facilities, and it's not as flashy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you going to other places, Miami, all that stuff, shoot, it can get real distracting to the wrong 18-year-old.
Oh, man.
It's going to get real distracting real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you come to Nebraska, you don't have as much as that. You know what I mean? Like, they now one thing about Nebraska, anybody who don't live in Nebraska, one thing about here is UNL football is all that is here.
That's it.
That is all that is here. That is everything out here.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I don't care where you go in the state. When them boys is playing, it's on the TV. Everywhere. Like, it ain't no place you're going where that game is not on, where everybody, they shutting down to go watch that game.
It is church on Saturday.
They love them. So it's just like, you gonna get that. You gonna get that treatment. And I'm not gonna lie, like, if I'm a playmaker type of guy, I got a quarterback I know that can get it done.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Dylan is a dog, He is a dog. I'm almost worried about somebody getting in his ear saying, "Hey, we'll give you more money. You come over here."
That's what I was gonna.
You know what I'm saying? Because he is a dog. He get with the right team. You see what Will did. Yeah. Will got with the right team, and now he got a natty. Yeah. And that's the same thing that can happen with Dylan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he can play. He was, there was games I was watching him like, okay, this man really running this offense like he a junior.
Yeah, like he knows it.
Like, making checks, but he was really running that thing like he is a full-fledged upperclassman. Yeah. Yeah. So
he made Colorado look stupid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He made Colorado look stupid.
He did, and that hurt my heart too. Like, that hurt my heart because I was rooting for them that game. I was rooting for Colorado. I was really hoping they would come out doing their thing. But, they lost that game. And I shout out to DiJon because he turned it around and they bounced back from that. He did. Them boys really almost went to a Big 12 championship. A lot of people discredit DiJon for his personality, so they don't really like him. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But what him and his son did on the field, we can never take that away from him.
And he has a Heisman player.
Yes. I mean, you can't take that away. The man won the Heisman, and a lot of people discredit him for it, saying he wasn't the best. I'm not gonna lie to you. He averaged 120 snaps a game. Mm-hmm. The man played both ways. Yep. The man was easily top 5 receivers and top 5 DB in the country. And he was a difference maker at all times when he was on the field. There was no questions about it.
Listen, here's what I gotta say to you Nebraska fans, because I'm sick and tired of the DiJon hate. Not towards me, because I am named after DiJon, but it's spelled different. Yeah. My dad must have been hungry. Listen, if Deion Sanders was a coach at Nebraska, you would treat him like a fucking god.
No, seriously. I'm not going to lie. They had the opportunity.
I know.
That's the crazy part.
And y'all are stupid.
Oh, man, that would have been crazy work.
You could have had Travis
I would
Hunter
have bought season tickets.
and Shador Sanders and Shiloh. Oh, that's the worst.
I would have bought season tickets. I'm sorry.
They hate on Shiloh more.
Yeah, which I do think Shiloh sometimes is a little overrated.
He is.
But it's going to come because of who his family is. And his brother is really who he is.
Yeah.
So you can hate on the man all he want to, but he produced. He produced at Colorado. There's no questions about it. He produced.
And if Shiloh was at Nebraska, you would be treating it differently.
Yeah, no, 100%. If they would have came to Nebraska, they might make a statue for him down here.
Can you imagine the economy boost? Oh my God. The prime shades.
Yes.
Red prime shades.
Oh my God.
You guys need to stop it.
It would have been crazy. It would have been crazy to see. It would have just been, that would have been another level for Nebraska. And he would have turned this program around and really made this team a national championship type of team because they got the facility. They got the fan base.
They got the
money.
Yep.
Now they just got to put all the pieces to the puzzle together because I feel like they the one thing I will give them respect for is firing AOC and getting somebody else in here because he definitely changed things. He helped for sure.
He did.
Because at the beginning, I was like, bro, they might not win 4 games. They might not make it to to the bowl.
Right.
They might not make it to a bowl game.
Right.
Like what the? I was just looking at the first half of the season. I was like, man, come on. This is ridiculous. They can't move the ball. Dylan look a little frustrated on stuff that he just normally zipping. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, but I think they'll be better with, Dylan's got a year under him, so get him some weapons and we'll see what happens. But I do want to shift. Oh, first, what's your prediction on Super Bowl? Who you got?
I think Kansas City was gonna win.
Me too. I got since I'm good at predicting, let me see if I can do it again. Because I did predict Jay Paul's gonna fight Logan Paul too, by the way. But
that was a good call. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll chop up all this shit and put it in here. I promise you I will. This is more editing, but fuck it, I'll do it. As far as Jake's next opponent goes, I have a few theories. The second person that would be a formidable opponent for Jake is his brother, Logan Paul. But if that were to happen, I think that would be the end of this Jake Paul boxing saga. They would ride off into the sunset with that. And would they do it? I think they would eventually. Out of all these, the one that would probably happen more realistically would probably be Jake and Logan, in my opinion. It's just easier. Everybody kind of would expect that. And I think it would be beneficial to both sides, obviously. Here's how I think the game's going to go down. It's going to be a situation where it's going to be 28-31 Chiefs in the fourth. It's going to be 4th and short in the red zone. Eagles have the ball. The Eagles are going to play it safe and kick a field goal, which you shouldn't do against Pat Mahomes. And it's going to be 31-31 with at least, at max, 2.5 minutes left. Pat Mahomes is going to be Pat Mahomes. He's going to drive down the field. Buckner's going to end it 34-31, Kansas City.
Man, I hope it be that exciting because that would be crazy. But but it's going to be something crazy. It's the Super Bowl. The Eagles have a legendary season going on. Yep. My man Barkley is going epic. He is going next level.
I am scared of him.
Man, he's going to go crazy. You know what I mean? You got so many weapons with the Eagles. Their offense is loaded. You know what I mean? There's not a person on that offense that can't get him a touchdown at any moment.
Right.
So it's just like even quarterback sneaks can be housed with that team. Jalen Hurts is just that deadly.
Tush push.
So, you know what I mean? You can't sleep on them at all. You know what I mean? I just think that Pat is gonna find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
I can't put my money against him yet. I'm not a believer in betting against him. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it's the home team. If Steelers ain't playing, then I hope the home team get it done. You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I got the Chiefs. I just it's the Brady effect, man. You cannot bet against 15.
Man, you
and
can't.
if it's close, definitely, if you're an Eagles fan, cover your eyes because he's going to get it done. He's going to get it done.
He's going to get it done. It's going to be an exciting game to watch. Very exciting game to watch. I can't wait till the game.
I might be more excited for the halftime show. I ain't going to lie to you.
Man, who is performing again at the halftime?
Excuse me? Kendrick.
Yes.
Nigga.
Hey, that's gonna be tough.
Drake, where you at?
Bro, I can't, man. What he did to him was, oh man, it can definitely be top 5.
Drake, you still suing?
Yeah, bro, he embarrassed him in so many ways. Like, I just feel like, bro, we never have seen Drake fold like this.
Nope, this is disgusting.
We've never seen Drake bow down and like back away like this. You know what I mean? Like, because it's just like, this is a different type of animal, and Drake know this. You know what I mean? This is a bull. This is lyrics. This is
Black Air Force One energy, right?
You know what I'm saying? This man, Kendrick, not only did he come at you with a diss record, but it was a hottest.
A hit.
It was a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something that we gonna play forever.
Oh, I am.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
we gonna play forever. So it's just like, that's what even hurt even more about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it almost diminished Drake. And then to hear him talking about it, he's suing. It's like, what, Drake?
And guess what? For the first time in hip-hop history, a diss track will be played and performed at a Super Bowl.
And everybody going to be singing it.
Everybody.
That's what's going to be worse.
He doesn't have to say a fucking word.
Like, he don't got to say nothing.
Nope.
And they going to be, every word, they going to be singing it. I'm going to be singing it.
Oh, I'm
not gonna be singing.
I'm gonna run out of the fucking house.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna run out of the house right now.
Everybody gonna be singing that song. Everybody gonna be having a good time. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
everybody.
I know Drake gonna be feeling that, like, you know, watching the Super Bowl. Because who don't watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, he's turning his TV off. That TV
like, who don't
off.
watch the Super Bowl? Like, come on, what are you doing? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I hope Drake. I hope he don't go off on a deep end. I hope he don't start spiraling and doing a bunch of crazy mess.
I think it's already happening.
Like, you know.
I understand what people say about, oh, he's doing this for the artist. He never sued Kendrick personally. All that is true, and I get it. But when we're talking about hip-hop, you are literally suing your own record label, by the way, for lyrics in a song that you, Drake, signed a petition against to have lyrics held up in court.
Yeah, like,
you look crazy, my nigga.
Yeah,
you look crazy.
Like, that's not okay.
And just make music.
Yeah,
that's it.
Simple. But
if you want to go at him again, go at him again.
Then why I don't get with Drake? Like,
he's so sassy, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this why I don't get with Drake. Like, why did you go to all this gangster rap? Like, I felt like when the Chicago scene hit, everybody just turned to gangsters.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand what was wrong with staying in your lane.
I know. The take care.
You gotta you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that Kendrick was on here gang banging, but he really from the section.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't get why did you feel like going after this man was the right thing to do?
It wasn't.
And I think he learned that very quickly.
Very.
This is not, bro. And you can't be trying to call this man no imposter. This man really from that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You're suing him for stuff that he said, but you also said some pretty suable things.
Yeah.
And Kendrick ain't suing a damn. Kendrick's been quiet this whole fucking time.
Because he don't need to.
He don't tweet. He don't do interviews.
Man,
he just drops.
He dropped track after track
and just disappears.
And every track that Kendrick dropped was so deep. I'd have listened to him about 7-8 times.
When Meet the Grams came on,
bro,
my God.
When I heard that song, I was in the car. Me and my lady was in the car, bro. On Everything I Love, when that song came on, I had to stop what I was doing.
Yeah.
We luckily we wasn't in motion and driving, so we was parked somewhere. I had to go ahead and listen to the whole song. The way he came on it, he was just letting you know, like, nah, this ain't. I want y'all to sit down and listen to me. So I had to give him that respect.
That's a sick motherfucker to make that song.
Like, he went crazy. He went crazy. There is no other way to put it.
My barber said that was his favorite song out of the whole diss track. I said, you gotta stop cutting my hair because that's a sick and twisted song. But
like, he was on no Vaseline type of time when he was dissing Drake.
Yeah, and it was just like, I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, but I'm a Drake fan too. So when this whole battle started, I was the only Kendrick fan out of the whole pod.
Yeah.
All the other three, I think, Coda was a Cole fan. Drake, Jello and Carlos were the Drake ones. So I was the only Kendrick one.
Mm-hmm.
I got bullied, which is fine.
Which is crazy to me because Kendrick was dropping great work.
Oh yeah, and
he was dropping great work though. Like, I don't get what any disrespect would ever be to that man because he have dropped great work from the beginning. Like,
yeah, it's because he's inconsistent. Like, he'll take 3 to 4 years per album, which I understand. Drake, you can say everything bad about it right now, but Drake's been consistent.
Yeah,
Cole's been consistent.
Yeah.
So I understand why everybody, you know, and Kendrick's Mr. Morale, it's an acquired taste, like I said. But when it's pen to paper, bar for bar, no one should fuck with him. There's a reason why they call him the fucking boogeyman.
Man,
look at what's happening.
I wouldn't. I think he had to come out and let people know I'm nothing to be played with.
No, I'm from Compton.
I'm nothing to be played with. And
Drake.
I think people got the message loud and clear.
Yeah, very. Very. And
I think people got the message loud and clear.
And you're going to hear it again in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. And I'm excited. I'm going to turn my TV up and I'm going to sing along.
Oh, I'm crip walking and I'm not even affiliated. I'm going to tell you right now.
I mean, shoot, man, you're going to see a lot of celebrities in there. I'm pretty sure you're going to see, you're probably going to see LeBron in there.
Oh, you know LeBron loves him some K-Dot.
You know, you probably see LeBron in there and Brownie and all them going to be in there.
Oh, yeah. That's going to hurt Drake's feelings even more.
You know, so, you know, I think as far as like Brownie, like the Brownie situation, I feel like that's a crazy situation in itself.
Let's talk about it.
Like Brownie, this is my thing with Brownie. Brownie has such great determination. Like, I feel you want to have your own lane. I feel that you know what I mean, you want to do your own thing. But that's why I said sometimes you can't let sports be your identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he want to be that dude and be the next basketball player because that's what his dad did. But I'm like, Brownie, that might not be your thing. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like since day one he should have stayed at USC. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready. He was barely producing at USC.
Right.
He honestly was barely producing. You know what I'm saying? In high school, like this man got the McDonald's All-American game. Like, I didn't really think he should got that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, his dad should have been like, all right, we need to see some real production. At least give me an average of 15 at the point position. Let me get at least, you know what I'm saying, 15 consistent 15, 5 and 5 out of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This man, wasn't even averaging 10 points a game.
Now.
You know what I'm saying? Even when he was at USC.
Yeah.
I don't even think he wasn't even averaging.
He was averaging 5.
Yeah, 5 points a game. Like, come on.
Now, I will play devil's advocate. Now, I'm a Warriors fan, by the way. So I hate LeBron. Absolutely cannot stand LeBron, but I respect him. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I get that, but it's just the world's best dad thing right there. If you were in the position to be able to play with your son, would you do it?
Oh, for sure I would.
Would you pull strings or to let that happen?
Yeah, so I don't knock him on that point.
Okay.
Like, for sure, I definitely would play with my kid. You know what I'm saying? So I can't never knock him for doing that. But at the same time, like, I feel like because of maybe LeBron wanting that, it has now put Bronny in a bad position.
It definitely has, but I won't say it's. We all are on the same page that we want the best for Bronny. Like I hope Bronny does great in whatever he wants to do. I mean, fuck, he had an and one, and the away crowd had like a standing ovation. So he's beloved outside of your mainstream media because they're killing him right now. So let me say this. I think Bronny is playing like how every 55th pick in the draft should be playing.
Yeah.
If you look at the people that were drafted under him in the G League, they're averaging about 6. The 56th pick is hurt, so everybody else is averaging 6 in the G League. He's averaging 16. Everybody killed Bronny because of the Philly game, right? Where he had to go up against Tyrese Maxey. Off the plane, he doesn't know any of the matchups. He doesn't know the tendencies. He probably doesn't even know he's going to be playing 15 important minutes, right? And it's the most he's ever played in the NBA. Here's the problem. It is not LeBron's fault. Well, it's not all LeBron's fault because I'm pretty sure he has a say in that too. But it's the organization's fault. It's the Lakers' fault. Can you name me one person after Kobe who the Lakers drafted and developed and made into a star at the minimum? Not a superstar, just a star.
They drafted?
Drafted and developed.
Yeah, that'd probably be a hard question to ask because the Lakers are known for for trading for superstars.
Exactly.
They've kind of always been an organization that's traded for superstars.
Bingo. And this is my point. I don't think they have any because after Kobe, their best player was LeBron and AD, which they both acquired per trade. You look at OKC Thunder. 3 years they're shitty, but they got SGA off of a trade, got Chet, and they got a bunch of other pieces, and they're developing. Luka, drafted and developed. Giannis, drafted and developed. Steph, drafted and developed. Jokic, drafted and developed. When you talk about player development, it's very important that you either throw them into the fire completely and let them learn on their own, or send them to the G League. Do not bring them up at all, especially after you bring them up. Oh, he had 31 points. Okay, let's throw him in on an NBA primetime game against one of the best point guards in the league. Tyrese Maxey can give 25 to 30 plus on anybody on any given night. So I think that was a mistake. But the Lakers have never been a developed team. The Warriors are a very good player development team. You look at the young guys now. OKC, very good at player development. Orlando, good at player development. Houston, very good at player development.
Yeah.
And they're all in contention.
Yeah.
So we have to take a step back for a second and ask ourselves, is this selective outrage on LeBron? Or is it selective outrage on Bronny?
Oh man, I feel like that's a tough question, but I just feel like LeBron knowing what he know.
Yeah.
He been in the league for a very long time, 2 decades. So I just feel like LeBron, you know what it takes to be a superstar. You know what it takes. you know what I mean, to play at a high level in the NBA. And you know that right now your son needs more developing. Could he potentially be something in the NBA? I'm not taking that away from him because he's still very young.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, do he got it right now to be on the spotlight like he is?
Yeah.
Because everybody's watching what Bronny's doing. Everybody. When Bronny on the court, everybody's like, okay, what are he going to do?
He's the most watched 55th pick I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's paying attention to what Bronny's doing. How many points he got tonight? How many assists he got tonight? What did he do on this? Is he shooting the ball well? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I expect him to be a better shooter than he is. Like, I feel like Bronny, that's one thing you need to take advantage of. You need an initiative that you can shoot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Solidify. I can come off that screen and I can pop it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that I expect Bronny to be a superstar caliber.
At least a six-man.
At
least a six-man. I expect that out of you. I think he can produce and be a great six-man.
Right. And it's tough when you're 6'2" and you can't shoot.
Yes.
You're not really a good playmaker.
What can we do?
You develop them.
You know what I'm saying? What can we do with a 6'2" guy that can't shoot and his IQ ain't high enough to really be an assist guy like Rondo?
Like I said.
You know what I mean? It's hard.
It is. And I understand where you're coming from. I do. But I think this was an organization that wanted history to be made, and they did. So you have your history. Everybody would have been happy if LeBron played with Bronny for one game and spend the rest of his season in the G League like everybody else.
Yeah.
Develop, build confidence, play against people that you can learn from. You're still practicing with the team, and then when you are ready, then you will be put up into the two-way contract.
Yeah.
But they did too much to where, LeBron's only playing home games. LeBron's not traveling with the G League team. We're going to call LeBron up to come play in Philly. And you fuck up people's rhythm doing that.
Yeah. And they got too many games to be fucking up rhythm.
Yeah.
You got too many games. You got too much ball to be playing to be fucking up rhythm. Because you fucking up rhythm now. We got multiple games we losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with basketball, you know it's a snowball effect.
It is.
You get on that losing streak and can't figure it out as a team, we finna go bad.
Yeah.
And basketball is different because you play so many games. So when you have a losing season, that's a lot of L's.
A lot. A whole lot.
That's a lot of L's. That's a lot of games we couldn't figure it out.
My question to everybody is what is your expectation for Bronny this year?
Yeah.
What
do y'all feel like Bronny should be playing at? Like, because I just don't know yet. Like, I haven't figured out what my expectation for him is. I just want to see him be consistent.
And
I guess I can say that's my first thing I would say. I want to see him be consistent. I don't want to see him be hot or cold. I want to see a consistent run from him.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a 5-and-5 type of guy, I just want to see it be consistent because he has spurts where we've seen him take on and take off, and it's like, okay, Bronny, like this is what we've been waiting on. This what we've been cheering on to see. But it's like, then there's moments it's like, hold on, Bronny, we touching the rock too much not to get nothing, not even a foul.
Right. You're absolutely right. I just don't like the selective outrage from the big media outlets. Like Stephen A on ESPN was just like, LeBron, stop this. Stop doing this to your son. Like, you're not sending him to the to war to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like, dog, what?
Yeah.
Everybody out there, what do you expect from the 55th pick?
Yeah.
If you change his name from Bronny James to Bronny Jones, would you have the same expectation?
Yeah. No. But that's what happens when you get all that hype.
Very true.
He been overhyped since high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens. Now he getting in the league and it's low-key getting exposed.
For sure.
And that sucks because it's like he never going to get the chance to have his own identity because you are LeBron's son.
And he's a good kid.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He got a little trouble with being high, but whatever.
He's in Cali.
He's in Cali. We ain't gonna knock you for that, bro.
You know what I mean?
You know, it happens.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You do your thing. But just because he's LeBron's son, it's hard for people to give him that full ownership.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To judge him on a different scale, to judge him on a scale by himself, because he just been so hyped.
Right.
He been so hyped since high school. You know what I'm saying? And especially a lot of people don't even think he deserves to be where he's at anyways. So every time he don't meet the expectations people putting on him, they're automatically just tanking him.
Yeah. And listen, I am not a Lakers fan. I am not even I'm definitely not a LeBron fan. I hate all you LeBron fans.
I'm a LeBron fan, so they know I
hate you.
I am
I
a
hate
LeBron.
the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk.
I like LeBron, man. I love it, man. I'm an underdog myself, so I always love it.
I get it, and I will respect LeBron.
Yeah.
It's just that I cannot get rid of that 3-1 lead. I can't. It broke my heart. Every time I see those black Cavs jerseys, I get nightmares.
Bro, and that I think that series is probably what made him.
Oh, for sure.
That series coming back, you know what I mean, against that team, like that's what made him.
Yeah.
Because man, the Warriors, I don't care what nobody ever try to take away from LeBron. He done played some teams
That Jordan didn't.
Like I don't care what nobody want to take away from LeBron. He done played some teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That Warriors team wasn't no joke. Like
That was a 72 and
you know what I mean? That
73-9.
wasn't no joke. Them boys was really like that. Steph really liked that. He really tear that scoreboard up
No.
quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll have a silent 30.
A silent 30.
You know what I mean? Like
silent
he'll
30.
really have a silent 30 on you, be really coming out of nowhere. He just getting layups freely, and all of a sudden he get hot and going a 4-5-3 threes just back to back every possession.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just get hot. You know what I mean? Like just legendary type of play. You know what I mean? Like we ain't never seen nobody shooting the ball like this. We have seen shooters. I'm not knocking none of the greats for all the old guys out there. Not never knocking none of the greats.
For sure.
But it's just like Steph, man. He just
The
different
best.
with that ball. Like
He's the best.
I don't know, his release, everything. He coming off a screen. We might as well go and run the other way.
Because he's going the other
You
way.
know what I mean? Like we going the other way. Like, you know what I mean? Steph really knocking stuff down. Like we all watched this man play in the Olympics now.
God, that was
Y'all
fun.
seen what them boys was doing. And I'm not even gonna lie, I think they was chilling on some of it just to keep
for
it
sure.
entertaining.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I think
For
some
sure.
of that was them just keeping it entertainment. I'm just being honest, my opinion. Like them boys really probably could have beat every team by 30. I'm not gonna lie. If they really probably was playing like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Steph coming out there, that bro, I just remember watching them games that while we was at work with it playing, and man, Steph was just whack.
Over windy.
Whack. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I know as a big guy, when you 7'6'9", that's just got to be so frustrating. Like, you know what I mean? You got this guy in front of you 6'3" and you 6'9" and you can't block it.
Nope. And he just turns around when it's midair.
Midair, because he
going in.
know it's going in. He done did this 1,000 times.
All right. There are some big blockbuster trades that might be happening. Jimmy Butler and De'Aaron Fox are on the
Jimmy Buckets.
chopping block, especially Jimmy Butler.
That's my dog, man. Jimmy is that guy.
Where do you think Jimmy Butler will go?
Man, listen. They was talking about the Warriors. I pray not. But that could be a real possibility if Jimmy Buckets go to the Warriors. They might go for another run. Jimmy is just... He's a bucket getter.
Yeah.
And that's what Steph need. He
And
needs
defense.
somebody like, all right, right now, y'all, like, I need you to take the game and get me in motion. You know, Steph was that guy, and I think he's getting to the point with his career, he's like, all right, I need somebody else sometimes that can get it going.
Right.
And let me come off. You know what I'm saying? Let me step back a little bit. I would love to see Jimmy play that just to get them going back again, because when the Warriors was hot, I think everything was hot.
Oh yeah.
That was
sure.
It was just so fun to see that LeBron and Warrior battle.
It was crazy.
But I don't know, man. Like I really don't know. Jimmy, I think with the Spurs he would be crazy too.
They're saying that's where De'Aaron Fox wants to go too.
Is the Spurs? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be crazy. Because De'Aaron Fox, he can really spread the floor.
Now,
Like,
we have to think about who is trading Jimmy Butler. It's Pat Riley. Pat Riley is the last David Stern-esque type old grumpy white man that does not give a fuck about nothing but the culture. So he's not going to send him to the East.
No.
He does not want that problem.
No. He don't want to play against him.
No.
He's going to go somewhere in the West.
Somewhere in the West.
And they better not do Jimmy wrong. If Jimmy goes somewhere, a BS, a bullshit team, I know it's a money.
Like Brooklyn?
Yeah. I will be pissed if I see him do something like that. Like, Jimmy need to get somewhere where he going to get an opportunity to get a ring. Yeah. Like, come on. For sure. Like at some point, I feel like as a player, bro, we done made so much money. We trying to get a ring. Yeah. You know, like that's what I feel like. Especially in basketball, you play too much basketball not to get no ring. You know.
I agree, and he obviously wants to go to a contender. Yeah. He's got a player option. I think his contract's 50. Yeah. Right around 50. Yeah. So I feel like Spurs will be good. I like that. Mm-hmm. I like Houston. Him and Dylan Brooks would be a nasty backcourt defensively.
Just Lob City.
And yeah, that too. And they got Jalen Green. They got that Amen Thompson. Yeah. He's coming up on his own.
Jalen Green is dirty work. Yeah. He is cold.
And I would like to see, I would say Jimmy to like the Mavs.
Man,
if they can make that work.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if he go to the Mavs, like, I feel like it would take away from what they do.
For sure.
I think it would take away what they do. They need the Mavs need a 6-man. Yeah. They need somebody that can play their role. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think they got plenty of superstar. You know what I'm saying, on their team, because they are already where they need to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They just got to finish. Yeah. So I wouldn't like to see Jimmy there. I would like to see him with somebody who would. I just feel like if he went to the Mavs, I don't think he would ever get it done.
You don't think so?
I don't think he would ever get it done. I don't.
Kyrie at the 1.
Like think about that. Like think about how it's too many people on that team. You got Kyrie, him. You know what I mean? Like you got so many people on that team that will be asking for the ball every possession.
True. Fuck yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
like it's a lot of people.
About it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I feel like there's a lot of people on that team that will be asking for the ball every possession.
You're right.
Jimmy Buckets, we need somebody like, okay. That's why I said the Warriors might be the best fit.
The Warriors,
they might be the best fit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it just depends on who we give up. I would do it if I would give up Andrew Wiggins and not Kuminga.
You're gonna have to give up Kuminga.
That's what I'm scared of.
That I don't think there's like any team would be outrageously dumb if they wouldn't make them give up Kuminga. Like that is, if they let them keep Kuminga, they're probably. I'm telling you, like that's just what.
Yeah, that it doesn't make sense. But as a Warriors fan, I do not want to get rid of Kuminga because he got a lot of potential.
I would love for y'all to, because I would want to see LeBron win another ring. But if y'all gave up Kuminga,
is it worth it? It would be Steph, Jimmy, Draymond.
I don't know, man. You could make it work. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you got Mr. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we do.
You got, you know what I mean.
We just don't have a big, though. We don't have a big. We don't have a versatile big, and I think that's what we need. Draymond could play the 5, but
no, I wouldn't. He got to stay where he at.
He's not what he used to be.
No, he's too old. He's too much older. Yeah. Draymond just out there as a distraction at this point.
He's just fucking around.
Yeah, you need him just out there setting screens and intimidating people.
Yeah, facts.
Being that old asshole on the court, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. What about De'Aaron? De'Aaron Fox. He said the Spurs. I think. Let me think.
I would like him with the Clippers.
I was just gonna fucking say that too.
I would like him with the
just
Clippers.
gonna say that.
I like him with the Clippers. I don't
That's
know
what I've been
why
thinking, too.
I feel that, but I really like him with the Clippers. I think he will fit into their system.
Bigger market.
Yes, and that's what he need. Like, don't get me wrong, he did his thing with the Kings.
He did.
He did his thing with the Kings, but I think with the Clippers, he would just be so much more.
Yeah.
Of what he trying to be. He want to be a superstar level,
Yeah.
and I think the Clippers can do that for him. You know, L.A. You can't go wrong.
You cannot go wrong with LA.
You can't go wrong in L.A.
And I hope everybody's safe in LA right now.
No, for sure.
Goddamn.
For sure. I see a lot of people talking about the fires. I'm like, I hope people had home insurance.
Well, they took out the fire insurance like months before the fire happened.
Yeah, so see what I mean?
Something fishy with that, dog. Tell Trump to dig up those files too.
Man, this stuff that he got going on.
He on one.
Yeah, he on one. He's sipping coffee and just checking stuff off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, man, like, I hope this thing don't turn into more protesting. I already see people standing outside marching on videos and clips and stuff. I'm like, man, I hope this don't turn out to just be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. I just want these taxes down and more money in my pocket, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like, just simple things. Like, can we get the gas down a little bit?
And the eggs, man.
Man,
damn.
See, it's simple things that you never thought of before. That
Right.
You go to the grocery store now, you're like, dang, I shouldn't be pulling out a 10 for some eggs.
10.
You got to pull out a 10 for some milk.
Yeah. And goddamn, I gotta buy like
This is
carton of
crazy
wheat.
work.
That boy up there upstairs be drinking milk like it's a fucking Hennessy. God damn.
Oh yeah, you got see. That's what I'm saying. You getting ready to have another one? Yeah, you gonna have to double up on all of it.
I know.
It's just like, see, and that's what I'm just saying. Like, that has to be fixed.
Yeah.
That has to be fixed. I think that's the biggest thing. Just make the as easy and as it could be. I never understand why they don't try to help out the common Joe. If the common person do better, the economy do better.
Right.
People gonna spend more. People gonna want to do more.
Yeah. And listen, it's been hard these past 4 to 6 years, especially after COVID, to just live regularly. It's expensive to live anywhere now. Like, if you have kids, you understand daycare is crazy expensive. Rent now, crazy expensive.
Yeah, man.
And
man, they talking about daycare. You know, I work with the kid population. For everybody that don't know, like, I work with kids, and one of the biggest things that I notice in like childcare and things like that is just like the amount of money that is spent for daycare. I don't think it is stressed enough about people who don't have kids. It's like, wow.
yeah.
You got people really paying $1,500 a month.
Yep.
You know what I mean? For daycare. You know what I mean? So it just makes sense on why people is, it's just struggling at all time high. Like $1,500 for daycare, that's more than some people paying for rent.
And mortgages.
Like, let's be real. Depending on where you live. I know some of y'all live in more expensive places, but I'm trying to tell you, here where we live in Nebraska, the Midwest,
Expensive.
if you are paying
And understaffed too.
yeah,
They don't
if
get
you are
paid much at
paying
all.
$1,500 for rent, you living in something pretty decent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know in other places don't work that way, but $1,500 for rent, like you're not doing crazy for yourself.
No.
You can get something smooth for $1,500 a month out here in Nebraska.
Yeah, that is true.
Something cheaper than that, low key, depending on what you're looking at.
Depending
So
on
it's
where
just,
you are.
you know what I'm saying, depending on your situation, how many bedrooms or things that you need.
Mm-hmm. I can't even, I think next October I'll be making $49.75 an hour.
Yeah.
So back in the day, $50 an hour. Shit, you were the man. You had a house on the lake. Now,
Balling.
this is above average house.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy out here. Like,
When I go to small towns and they got houses in small towns that's $300,000 and the Walmart is 15 miles away, 20 miles away. This is crazy work.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody would actually want to pay that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's just how the economy going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I told my girl this. I'm like, this is something that we are like, why you have to keep elevating and growing as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like the economy is growing. And stuff's going to only get more expensive. This is just reality. People too greedy. The rich is too greedy.
Yeah.
They want more and more. So it's like, if you not elevating and growing as a person, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah, go sell a brick.
You know,
figure it out.
Shoot, they cutting back on everything, man. Like, shoot, they cutting back on people on all these food stamps and all that government assistance.
You gotta figure it out. Ain't one president that helped you once.
I'm telling you, you know what I mean.
Like, figure it out. But that's another story for another day. We'll talk politics on here a little bit. I mean, it's a free game. We talk about whatever.
Yeah, but no, for sure though. But I mean, like, as far as like what's big, you know, that I'm excited for coming up is the Jake Paul, Logan Paul thing. I think that will be something that is, I think that's something that's gonna be crazy because I like, you know, he don't really get a whole lot of credit for the whole Mike Tyson thing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's already faded. I don't even think some people probably done forgot about it at this point.
They did.
I just don't think, like, you know, you should have knocked him out talking about you. I don't really believe all that. If you could have, would have, you would have knocked out Mike Tyson.
I honestly think he's seen the way Mike Tyson reacted to them punches and he held back because he felt bad. He would have really fucked Mike up. I honestly believe that.
And Mike, you know, I salute the man for being as old as he is and being able to move the way he do.
For sure.
But you know what I'm saying? I think if Mike Tyson was in his prime, think
no question.
he would have had a chance? I wouldn't think that, like, I'm not going to lie, Jake Paul, you wouldn't have had a chance in hell.
No, you wouldn't have lasted 3 seconds.
He would have knocked your head smooth off. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it in my mind. I'm banked my whole check on Mike Tyson in that fight.
And I think he knows that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. But it was exciting to see. It was very entertaining. I respect them boys because they doing like
made a lot of money
off entertainment. But I definitely want to see this. This going to be another sugar-coated fight. They brothers fighting. This is for the bag. They going to hype it up. They going to get that bag, though.
I think they're going to let their hands go because they are brothers, though. I think you'll see a lot more.
Oh no, they gonna fight.
Yeah, physical action, but
younger too. Logan gonna be in there really trying to, you know what I'm saying, stamp him big bro.
Big bro.
I'm big bro. You're not about to come in here and do what you think you're gonna do.
Now Logan is part of the WWE, so any reaction that you see, it is all fake. They're gonna pull some shit like, oh, Jake tried to mess with my girl, or Logan tried to sue me, or what. Yeah. It's all WWE. All you have to care about is who you gonna bet on.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I would take my money on Logan. I think Logan is he's a better fighter.
I got Jake. I think Jake's more active boxing wise.
I don't know. I think Logan's a little smoother. I think he's more swifter. I think he's got longer range. I think he hits a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
I think his defense is better. And I think that if I had to say, like, Logan probably has fought tougher opponents.
Floyd?
Like,
that's it?
I mean, who would you put up, you know, to that level?
Nobody. But
like, there's really nothing, you know what I mean?
I give him credit. He did fight Floyd, but there's another thing. Floyd could have got him out of there.
He definitely could have, you know what I mean? Definitely, you know. But the fact that you even got the, you know what I'm saying, that you got the skill set to be able to even stand in there with Floyd, because we all know who Floyd is and what he do in the ring.
Right.
There's no question about it. Floyd is above and beyond. So
here's why I think Jake Paul would win. I believe in active fighters. I believe the better fighters fight 3 times a year minimum. Logan hasn't boxed anybody after Floyd. He went to WWE. I think Jake's fought Tommy, some Mike dude, and then obviously Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And he fought Anderson Silva. He fought that UFC dude. What's his name? He knocked him out. He
Tyson?
fought him twice. No. He was a wrestler in the UFC. He was like a striking wrestler, not Ben Askren, but somebody else. Bad dude.
I'm not a huge MMA fan. I'm not gonna lie. So
my brother's gonna kick my ass after this, but Tyron Woodley.
Okay.
He knocked out Tyron Woodley.
I said Tyson. It was Tyron. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I understand, but what I'm saying is, Jake Paul's been more active than a lot of regular boxers.
Yeah.
So when you're like that, you're going through all these different camps for all these different style opponents, and you're staying active. Like, I guarantee you, Logan probably says he's always in the gym, but he's not training to fight anybody.
Yeah.
Jake's been very active. He is a below average to average boxer when you compare him to like actual boxing. I would say he's below average. At best, average.
He would be a D.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him a D.
He would be a
you know
D.
what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he's an average. If he fought an average fighter, I'm putting my money on the other one.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But I would not ever take nothing away from him, because the man can hold his own. I'm not ever taking that away from Jake at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to disrespect the craft of the guys who eat, breathe, and sleep, fighting.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Them boys is a different animal. But you know what I mean? Like, I do feel that Jake and this Logan Paul fight is going to be big. I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we got some great fights I think that's going to come up this year, with especially the
Crawford.
The Crawford, man. Oh my God. If you're not excited for that fight, you're not a sports. You don't bleed sports. So it's just like that fight. Man, everybody been waiting on them to sign that contract.
I know, a long time, and I'm glad that I'm a very avid boxing fan. Like, I fucking love boxing. It's like my second favorite sport.
One of my best friends boxes, man. Shout out to my boy Alex. He boxes, and like, seeing my bro just be in there and him train and do all the things he do, it makes my respect for the sport is so much higher, because, you know what I'm saying, I watch all the things that he do, you know what I'm saying, to train and get ready. So it's crazy, bro. Like, and it's a sport that you got to be a man amongst boys.
Very hard.
You know what I mean? Like, you getting hit, you got a grown man in there trying to knock your head off,
knock your block off. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you better know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I usually don't believe the fight's going to happen until I see the weigh-in. Because there's just a bunch of things that happen. Yeah. A lot of backouts, a lot of contract negotiations. We couldn't get both sides to agree.
Yeah. You know, money come into play, and I feel them boys. You got to get paid. Like, dude, I'm excited. I want to see Haney rematch with Garcia.
Yeah.
I think that would be something cool to see too, because I don't know, like, I'm still in between, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like Haney and him was kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
I think maybe he did take, that did give him a little boost. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, man, I ain't gonna lie, Haney, he might have caught you with one, bro.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He definitely caught you with one. Let me take that back. He caught you with one.
He did.
But you might have to go ahead and just learn from your mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He might have caught you, slipping.
I gotta see where Ryan's head's at for me to pick him to win.
I just feel like Ryan too. I don't know. Social media is crazy. Like, the man was engaged to a porn star, wasn't he?
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? I think I seen something about him messing with a porn star. I'm just like, man, I don't get why these boys, all the athletes, it's like, man, why do y'all boys get on and then fall for all these porn stars and OnlyFans girls? I don't understand that.
I think it's the mindset of, like, I can have whoever I want, and I don't know why they would pick that, but
I don't know. It just might be the fantasy.
True.
But I don't get it. I never understand that.
And they're always older.
Yes. It's always, and that's why I always make that an example with the girls that go into that field. It's like, there's nothing wrong with getting your money and doing what you do, but you do got to understand things come with consequences. Mm-hmm. So the choices that you make, a lot of them older women that's porn stars, they are famous, they are rich, but they do miss out on that monogamy type of relationship.
Yeah.
They do miss out on that. You know what I'm saying? That chance to be married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I am, because
it's getting ugly out here in that dating world. I'm glad I got me a lady, because it's getting ugly out here in that dating world.
Y'all
like,
crazy. Y'all crazy. But
you know,
we will end it on that. Everybody, find your one. Stick with one. It's getting ugly out here.
Man, until next time, we're going to see y'all again very soon.
Yes, and thank you. Thank you for coming on, man. You are fun.
Yes. Fun. I would definitely enjoy being here today.
Oh yeah. And make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you agree with our takes, if you disagree, put it in there. I don't block no comments.
Man, flood the comments with thumbs up
Or thumbs down. I don't know. But that is free game, and we're out.